This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. John Zolberg here, your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Happy to tell you today's show is being brought to you by The Butcher Shop, purveyors of highly sought-after 100% Australian non-crossbred Wylara briskets, and as always, hand-picked just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing the finest meats for more than 15 years. Every week they ship out competition-quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams who use The Butcher Shop win, and they win often. Even if you're not a competitor, you deserve the finer cuts in life. Great news, The Butcher Shop is shipping some of the finest prime, dry-aged Australian Wagyu and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who aspire to be the kings and queens of their cul-de-sac. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock. And again, it is always handpicked just for you. Let's review this. The best competition briskets, they got them. The best pork selection, they got it. Giving you better overall options to cook at home, you know it's a fact. So give The Butcher Shop a call today, 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. Be sure you mention the BBQ Central Show for 10% off your entire order each and every time. You can also check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australian non-crossbred Wylara briskets. Today we're jumping back to April the 8th in 2008, and Greg's going to go on a little diatribe. Is a barbecue really a sport? Let's hear what he has to say.
That being said, let's jump right into the topic tonight. Is barbecue a sport? Why or why not? So you can call in at 216-220-0966 and weigh in on that. Let me give you a little background about why I chose this topic, because I was going to go ahead and finish my conversation from last week, which was fuel sources. I was going to talk about hardwood charcoal and briquette charcoal tonight. But this past Friday evening, afternoon, I was on a satellite radio talk show just as a call-in. I was on Sirius Satellite Radio on the Bubba the Love Sponge show. If you are a Bubba fan, you know he airs from 3 until 7 Eastern Standard Time on Howard 101. And he's kind of like the main talent over there on that channel, 101. And I called in and just more or less was asking for advice on how to get the show to the next level, under the guise, and was able to actually work in a number of plugs for the website and for my sponsor, so that was cool. And ultimately, we started talking about barbecue and competitive barbecue, and I mentioned that it was a sport. And Bubba and the rest of the guys there, co-hosts, show contributors in the studio, all kind of broke out in a ruckus and kind of clowned around on me, saying barbecue's a sport and it's big fat guys just eating barbecue all night long and so forth. And that kind of, didn't offend me. Of course, it's very stereotypical of somebody to think like that. But I thought it would be good to present it to the barbecue community, to people that are interested in barbecue, to people that are interested in grilling, and see what they thought about it. Let's face it, there's a number of things out there that are classified as sports. And after the clowning was done, I thought about it over the weekend, and I said, this is a good topic to bring up tonight. It's fresh. I've seen it kind of discussed here and there on other barbecue forums, so why not give it a live venue where people can call in, where people can email in the show, and weigh in about what they think, if it's a sport or not. So very good on that. Again, 216-220-0966, and the email is bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. So here's what I think. Is barbecue a sport? Well, I think you have to look at it in a whole. It's a competition. You have to pay an entry fee. There are prizes at the end of every competition. There is cash prizes available at every competition. There's hardware as well. But let's look at other quote-unquote sports and see why are these called sports? And then we can perhaps better understand why competitive barbecue, should be considered a sport or not. And if you're a competitor, I'd like to hear from you. There are sports out there that I could argue day and night on why they're not sports, but yet they're classified as sports. For instance, golf. Golf is not a sport. There are a number of people on tour, of course, holding Tiger Woods, holding a couple of other guys that I can't think of. I mean, I'm not a big golf fan per se. I mean, I watch it on television from time to time. Tiger's in shape. I mean, Tiger's an athlete. I don't think there's any doubt about it. But the majority of golfers are not necessarily athletic. They're kind of overweight. Take John Daly, for example. Take Phil Mickelson, for example. These guys are, they don't call them hefty for nothing. I mean, these guys aren't able to run a 40 and 4.3. These aren't world-class quick. These aren't world-class strength-type people. Yet they pull major paychecks. And their particular hobby that they're good at is considered a sport, golf. How about NASCAR? Guys are sitting on their asses for hours on end, making only left-hand turns, except when you get out into the roadway courses. And what are they doing? They're steering a steering wheel. Do they have to have some type of endurance? Yes. Again, do they have 4.340s? Are they competitive in the fact that they are exerting their will over an opponent? I don't necessarily think so. If the guy has a bad car, there's really nothing he can do about it. He can exert his will all he wants, but if a guy has a faster car, he's going to go around him. There's really not too much he can do about it, except, tweak a wing, add a fender deal, maybe mismatch a few tires, go on the high side. Also, darts. I think darts is a sport. I don't personally think that, but I believe I've heard that classified as a sport. I mean, I don't even think we need to discuss that. I mean, that's hardly a sport. Bowling, that's a sport that is on television. Again, bowlers, not notoriously known for being the most in-shape guys. These guys are kind of fat. Yes, it does take some type of physical exertion. And I guess, the point I'm getting at is this.
Yes, Greg, what is the point you're getting at here? Do you want to know what the point Greg is getting at is? Head over to the BBQCentralShow.com. Link in today's show notes. It's going to be right on the homepage today. It's going to take you to this complete episode. Go check this out. There's a lot of great stuff in it. While you're over there cruising around, check out some other shows. You want a Best Moment show done up special for you, I'm happy to do it. Just find that episode. Drop me a line, John, John, at thebbqcentralshow.com, and I will see what I can put together for you. And until next time on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.